Hey guys and gals, Alex here from Words of Farewell, and today I'll be talking about the third song of our EP called This Long Goodbye. The EP is called In a Universe Part 2, and it's out via Secret Stride Records everywhere. Third song is a little bit more difficult to talk about because it's not that straightforward, I would say. It's my personal take on everything that has been going on the last year with COVID, and how everybody in my nearest vicinity has been affected psychologically, or maybe not everybody, but a couple of people. I noticed that in general, the public societal issues arose, and a lot of people retreated into themselves. Because of the lack of contact. I mean, it hasn't been as bad as it was in other countries here in Germany, compared to, for example, what has been going on in northern Italy or in New York and some other places in the world. Still, without the human contact, a lot of my acquaintances and friends and general social surrounding has been suffering in one way or another. Of course, it's something else to lose your job or to lose a loved one. And I very much grieve for the people who have. Luckily, I came away with no loss of life in my close surroundings. Yet, it's interesting how everybody seemed to have drifted apart. It seems like when you get down, people, because they have their own issues and their own pressure and everything, and a lot of challenges going on with the COVID situation. It seemed even more so that they isolated themselves because they didn't want to be burdened by other people as well, because they had enough on their mind already. So it seemed like everybody has sort of lost contact. And just recently, a friend of mine actually wrote into one of our WhatsApp groups, like, what's been going on in everybody's life? Like, we haven't talked in ages because there's not much to talk about because nothing has been going on, and on their side it seemed like people were just busy with themselves. And interestingly enough, I had very much trouble with my own personal life due to my job, being a landscape photographer and not being able to work. And so my self-confidence, because I wasn't able to do anything of the things that I wanted, was suffering severely. I was quite sure I didn't quite know where the future was going, and I had to cancel all these workshops, and all these different things played into how I felt. And I guess a lot of people had their own challenges and struggles, but lost contact with one another. And each and every time I found myself actually talking to my friends, I just hopped on Skype and said, like, what do you do? Like, how's life? And then after we talked and I got in contact again with all these different folks, I felt very much alive again and a little bit more hopeful. And I think that a lot of these things have been translating into the lyrics. It's a little bit more negative than I made it sound now, but I guess the last couple of syllables are actually quite positive again, because I figured, like, with all this going on and all this pain and all this rigorous difficulties in people's lives, and how they all try to cling to some sort of sanity in all this chaos, it's good. It implies at least that we are still alive and we are very much here, because even though fear and all these negative feelings are something that we don't want, it still shows that we're alive, and that's what the last couple of lines actually hint at. And even though I might have lost contact with that or the other person, I'm very much working on getting my social bonds together again, and hopefully with the band as well, because we haven't been as close as we used to be with all the rehearsals and everything going on and hanging out. And now it's we basically did this EP, and that's mainly everything that we could muster up to meet us for, because we didn't want to endanger the other person before being vaccinated. So that's basically what this song is about, and this is also the downside of the pandemic, the more hopeless side of the pandemic. And the other one, the song that I'm gonna talk about next time, is then the upside, and these two songs actually come very close as their subject matter is concerned. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this lyrical spotlight and this short look into This Long Goodbye. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd happily talk to you and see what you think about this lyrics and how you have experienced everything that has been going on the last couple of months. And with that, I'll say I see you next time.